Yeah. Then the next one I'm going to do is pretty much a torch coral. I'm sure a lot of people have had these, fragged them, or actually broke them. It's pretty, it's pretty simple to do. We got just
I'll zoom in on it.
a couple branches like this. You really don't have to worry about cutting the skeleton. It won't damage coral, won't hurt them. All the flesh is pretty much in the top, like ½ inch to inch below the polyp. These guys I like to do kind of quick. They seem to just get stressed out a little bit easier. And I cut down at the base, and just so you have something to glue on. And I normally use epoxy and like a little rumble rock. I just don't happen to have it with me right now. It's pretty. It's what you can also do is if you use your bone cutters and you flatten the bottom or make the bottom flat, just trim it, and you end up putting glue on the plug and the base of the coral. I like to dip the coral in a little bit of water, kind of hardens it up a little. And you just kind of hold it here for about like 20-30 seconds. And a lot of times you just hold it underwater. What's up? A lot of times they do sell an accelerator. Then when you have like times where the glue just doesn't set fast enough, a bunch of nautical farms definitely supplies that and every one of their kits, and it makes it a lot easier. And since the gloves didn't fit me, and then you just got your little frag here, and then this one, normally you'd have it on the rock still, and just put it back in your tank. And we'll just let this one sit out just a few minutes, let it set. And then the next one I have is chalice. When you take it out light, it's definitely a little bit harder to see their eyes and the coloration. It was just kind of just red, purple with some red eyes. But this one, you can either, depending on how the growth pattern is, it's either easy getting one eye, it's almost impossible. But it's what you can do. It's a lot easier to get the frags with the bandsaw. I just love this thing. If you use clippers, you do a lot of damage to the flesh. Dremel, you heat it up from on the side, and you get you just burn the coral. So it's pretty much the only thing I'll use to frag chalices, or either like a razor blade and a hammer to make it a little bit easier for you if you don't have a bandsaw. And I pretty much just let it always wide open. The more water, the better. Again, if you guys are here for a little while, you'll at least be able to see like what you can accomplish with a bandsaw. You can still make little frags. You can keep your colony if you like them round, square. If people have their preference, see how it almost looks sealed almost by the time you're done. So. Again, you always try to the least amount of glue as possible. This seems to get the growth of the coral seems to go a lot faster if it doesn't have to go over the super glue. And that's the same thing with like when you do SPS or anything like that as well. And just set it on, dip in the water. Again, just so since it's kind of hard maybe to see on there, you'll be able to see, we'll have them in the back tanks and the coral tanks so you can see what the frags look like. I always like to put the corals back pretty much as close as where you can to the mother colony that you frag. Just seems to work out better that way. I frag corals, put them on the other side of the tank and they brown out and everything, or just stress on them. So that's pretty much about it.
Same water too.
Yeah, you don't want to transfer tanks if you frag them right away. They do a lot better if you keep them in the same tank until they heal. I like to give them about 3 to 5 days minimum. Even like if we get corals in and we want to frag them, we'll wait at least a week or two, see how well they're doing. If they're doing really well, healthy, we'll frag them, or you always want to make sure that it's a healthy coral that you're fragging instead of a dying one, unless it's got like a brown jelly disease. If you've ever seen that where like phobias or anything like that, it's almost better to either try an iodine dip, but if that's not working, try to cut. If you have a saw or even a Dremel, you can try to cut just right past the brown jelly and the flesh, and a lot of times will save the coral. So, and that's about it. So, and now it's Andy's turn, I think.
Okay, what I'm going to fry here is an aquapora. Pretty much real simple compared to using all the Dremel.
Cut this right here.
Real easy. Just find a good place, mother colony, and usually want to break into some water or something with cushions that fall.